I remember a time. It is a time when I was younger. It is a time that I find myself standing naked, staring past infinity into the Atlantic Ocean. Soft brown skin adorned with the moon's pale and silken lips. Ocean waves glimmering in the distance like aquamarine, like jade. They make their way to the sand crunching underneath the tender skin of my feet. They softly splinter and fall apart. The waters foam. The waters recede. The waters swell. These waters are cold. My legs carry me forth into them, slowly being enveloped by eons. The waters are cold, but their saline hands lift my body and hold me there, in between the sky and the ocean, as the stars shine and as the moon smiles, as the wind caresses the ocean skin and mine too, as the ocean's whispers crawl from the abscesses of time and onto my helm, guiding me further and further away from the shores I know, further and further into realms unknown, ancient, but familiar. I can still hear those whispers, the ghost of the old gods, of my gods. We are still here, they say, like hydrogen, like oxygen, like sodium. We are still here.
Come to this earth in perfect health, not born in the sea like my cousins was. When they crawled out, they drowned mama's wombs and formed the foundation of the Black Lantis in the Middle Passage. Nah, I am born on land. The sweet air kisses my brown little forehead as operatic drama rings through my brown little ears. Doctors, nurses, my mama over there, my brown little hands tangled in her hair. Mama, is this the place I should be? Mama, are we safe here, you and me? I think I am safe here. I think I am safe.
You're American?
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. How to know?
Yeah.
And you're not 100%. I'm just going to ask because it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's about blackness. Maybe you call yourself black, but I think you're some sort of mix, of course.
Yeah,
like most people in the world.
My mother's side is Dominican.
Yeah.
And then my dad's side is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for me, it's very interesting because I'm really interested also in how about the perspectives.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanna. Are you American? Or what is how do you see yourself?
Yeah.
Because there is such a. I'm trying to be in this whole thing of how you talk about fluidness, water.
Yeah.
Has so much to do with perspective.
At the West India House, headquarters of the old slave trade, I encountered the last governor of New Amsterdam, Peter Stuyvesant. All around the sounds of city streets, the acoustic silhouette of concrete, the solace of an uneasy soliloquy, and his statue standing still as waters spill from metal spigot. A plaque nearby tells me the statue is a gift from a tobacco company, so I light a cigarette and consider the hands that picked tobacco when he was alive. The gods of the past, my gods that built nations. New York was built by those gods back when it was New Amsterdam. Stuyvesant brought them across the ocean, the Middle Passage, through the door of no return. After a while, some of them became free, in a sense. You see, even though they were masterless, they were nonetheless mastered by a system. To be able to work whenever they were called upon, to build New York back when it was New Amsterdam. And when their children came into this world, they came into the world slaves, owned, property. And now I am here, dipping my naked feet into the waters that flow underneath the statue. My parents are from New York. My parents are from New York. You think we are free. Tell me my future, but it is not mine. I see all the past and I think that I own it. They all shape my present, it's there, I can grab it. Born on the land, heartbeats, you can hear it. Echoing to see the old gods all around and drowned in the ocean of time. The salt of their bodies are lasting for ages, while all of society thinks that we made it. The ocean reeks of a system oppressive, but here I am dipping my toes in this, thinking I am safe, build a wall, make it great, while Trayvon and Rose get lost in the wake of a slave ship that persists through time. Build a castle on Castillo's memory and mine. How can we escape that passage in the middle that shapes a society and a system? While white cops are acquitted, we have to watch ourselves die. I can't help but wonder why I have to see that shit on my TV and look in their eye. I may recognize in all of them something familiar. The twist of their curls, the soft of their skin, the way that their chins swing low, even though the African sun shines in their hearts. Sweet chariot, come now to save us from the ocean that consumes, and the bodies of those tossed asunder, the molecules of their souls lost in the sea, the memories of them flowing in the THC, the thing that drives the ocean, the thing that drives your apathy, the memories of them in the saline, where can they go and how can they be? The memories of those in the saline, where can they go and how can they be? How can they be? How can they be? How can they? Sharp told me that we are lost in the wake of a slave ship, that the past that is not the past returns always to rupture the present, that the ocean, violent and beautiful, is the space where we reside, a space representative of a non-linear time. If we are lost at sea, how can we be free, you and me?
If you throw anything into the water, it rearranges and reshapes itself to accommodate that new thing inside of it. Shipwrecks, trash, relics, lives, enveloped by the ocean, to be forgotten and rediscovered or not at all. Like tears in the rain, these things get lost in time. I came to this earth in perfect health, now wrestling to the ground those things with lives and afterlives, big spirits spilling over sides of ship decks into the sea. These spirits shape us, you and me. How can we encapsulate the ocean's depth, its persistence through time, or the essence of those waters that diffuses itself across the spectrum of our physical, psychic, and emotional realities? If we are lost at sea, how can we be free? How can we describe this space in ways that honor those lost to it? How can we use this space to free ourselves? How can we take those spirits and rise above the sea? It makes me wonder. These waters connect us. Maritime DNA, or the idea that the ocean has shaped societies, cultures, and people. It is a part of us, whether we like it or not. Those maritime objects, now relics encased in glass in museums and offices, they have time embedded within them. We use these objects to access that time. We use them to tell stories of our past, but can we use them to tell stories of our future? And what of the Middle Passage, the oppressive system that it represents, the lives within, their memory is lost in the saline? If we can use objects in museums to tell stories of our past, can we use memories lost in the Middle Passage to tell stories of our futures? We can freeze them, let them rise to the surface of the Middle Passage, turn them into ice, turn us into ice, where we can find a new home away from the oppressive systems of the Middle Passage. We won't drown because ice don't drown. We won't drown because ice don't drown. And if we are lost at sea, shall we become ice, you and me? Because baby, ice don't drown. And if we have no home, shall we claim the Arctic as our own? Because ice don't drown, baby. Ice don't drown.
Oh Lord. No place, no place. If we are lost at sea, yeah. lost at sea. Yeah. If we have no place to call home, no place, no place. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. If we are lost at sea,
Shall we become ice, you and me?
if we have no place to call home,
We shall claim the Arctic as our own.
yeah. No place, no place. If we are lost at sea,
Shall we become ice, you and me?
if we have no place to call home,
We shall claim the Arctic as our own.
yeah. 'Cause ice don't drown,
It rises above.
yeah. Ice don't drown,
It rises above.
ice don't
It rises
drown,
above. It rises
ice
above.
don't drown,
It rises above.
ice
It
don't
rises above.
drown,
It rises above.
ice don't drown,
It rises above.
ice
It rises
don't
above.
drown,
It rises above.
ice don't drown,
It rises above. It rises above.
ice don't drown,
It rises above. It rises above.
don't drown,
It rises above.